Hey guys, it's Helen Hartsmith here again from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. There's some weird noises going on in the neighborhood today. Welcome. Here is my video response for the 2018 YouTube Pagan Challenge. This is for the letter M. And of course, as a witch, I do magic. And so magic is what I thought I would talk about for this video. And I actually decided that what I would do is I would share with you the types of magic that are my favorites, basically. So I sat down and I thought about it a little bit, and I came up with a list of some of my favorites, and so I thought that, yeah, let's just chat about them, shall we? So the first thing that I thought about when it came to magic is affirmations. I really think that affirmations is probably like one of the easiest forms of magic and it's actually kind of a cross spectrum thing, because affirmation work isn't restricted to just a witchy thing. It's that positive reinforcement statements. I am beautiful, I am smart, I can handle whatever's in front of me, I can complete this task. Those are affirmation works that like I said, anyone can take part in, and they're super easy. The hardest thing about affirmation work I've found is that sometimes it's hard to put those statements and make them personal. So it's like the I am beautiful. That's kind of a tough thing for some people to kind of say and mean. So you have to work up to it, but it's actually really valuable and important work. So next on the list for me is candle magic. I do a lot of candle magic. Anything from a simple spell that I burn a tea light or a votive for intent, or something that's bigger where I take a candle and I anoint it and carve things into it. As a fire sign, burning things in general is a powerful thing for me because it's about that release. So candle magic and other burning techniques like taking bay leaves and writing on them an aspect that you want to get rid of or a habit that you want to get rid of and burning it. Taking a piece of paper and doing the same thing. Those are all something that I really come to very naturally and have for a long time. So candle magic, burning magic, those are big ones for me. I also like to use bind runes or just runes in general. Spell work. Bind runes are when you take more than one rune and you put them together to create a bind rune that has, a layered purpose or a layered meaning. I really enjoy that, and I like using runes too because as I've worked with the runes, certain ones have a specific meaning for me. So like Laguz is about healing for me. So if I'm working a healing spell for someone and say I'm, using an oil that I made or something else like that, I might just take my finger and draw that particular rune on the person or in the air for them or something like that. So rune work has become a go-to thing for me in recent times. I've also gotten into charm bags. I'm still getting through that book by Elohim Lifar, and his book is really interesting, and as soon as I finish it, I will definitely share my thoughts about it with you guys. But charm bags, yeah, mojo bags, things like that, that's some interesting work there. So check it out if you haven't already. Of course, I don't know if this is even like considered magic, but hey, it's manipulating energy, and that's what magic is to me. So I'm going to consider shielding and aura maintenance, aura cleansing, chakra work. That of course is magic to me because that's kind of maintaining my own physical health and my physical body, and so that is super important to me, and so I feel like that is a magic form, and that's definitely something I use quite often, which kind of leads into energy work. I have a level 1 in Reiki, and so that is enough to perform Reiki healing on myself. So I do that quite often. I'll scan down through and see if I need something. I also send energetic energy with intent, so healing energy, supportive energy, clear thinking energy, things like that. I do that quite often. Instant magic, probably one of the biggest forms that I use is instant magic. You know, every time I start my car, I put a shield of protection around it. You know, blowing on a light to get it to turn green, those types of things, calming fears, instant magic. Use that like just about every day, I swear. I'm really into wearing crystals for a purpose, so jewelry wise and things like that, to bring about an intent. So for me, you'll see that I'm wearing a piece of bumblebee jasper today, and I meditated with bumblebee jasper and said, you know, how do you want to work with me? And joy and intuition were things that came to me, and so I like to wear jewelry that brings about, you know, that kind of intent. And of course I wear a moonstone just about every day, you know, things like that. So definitely into jewelry. I'm gonna call it jewelry magic or crystal magic, I don't know. Of course there's when people think about witches and magic, spell work comes to mind. And so spell work in the form of, you know, gathering about together different elements like, you know, like Eye of Newt, or, you know, those types, you know, herbs, and charm bag. Charm bag magic kind of falls into that because, you know, it's those words of power and saying that and releasing the intent. I'm not here to like debate the category of magic, but when I think spell work, I think of that drawn out type thing, that the saying the words and doing it, you know, in that very witchy way that we all kind of come to put with witch stuff. I also work cooking magic. I've done that in the past, where I'm cooking something that maybe the roomie had a big test coming up, and so I was making dinner, and so I imbued in that qualities to help her remember the things that she was studying so that she could recall them for the test and things like that. Of course, there's love magic that you can work into cooking, you know, things like making an apple pie for the person you love, or, you know, different things like that. Cooking magic. I think there's a lot of people out there that work it more than I do and that are better at it than I am, but I have played around with it in the past. I also really like plant magic. I like growing my own herbs. I like having a relationship with the plant, me taking care of it, me tending it, me saying I want to work with you. Do you want to come home with me? Just about every plant that I've purchased in recent years has been I would like to grow you. Do you want to work with me? Do you want to come home with me? And there's, you know, a positive yes, or, you know, things like that come from the plant to come home with me. And so I enjoy that. I enjoy harvesting my herbs. I enjoy drying them and then using them later. So plant magic is it's a very personal thing for me, so I really enjoy that. And I also play around with potion work. Most of the potion work that I deal with is taking a small glass and putting some water in it and sticking it on the table next to my bed and going to sleep with the intention of dreaming for a specific working that I'm dealing with, and, you know, having that magic, having that what I need to resolve the issue, having that go into the water, and then I will get up in the morning and I will drink that water. I've done that quite often, and so I that kind of comes easy for me. Another thing that I like to do too is that's developed in the last year and a half or so is working with the astrological signs and their planetary aspects, and that's kind of what the basis for my master spell work has been for the last year and a half or so. And so that's becoming quite interesting to me and something that I like doing. So yeah, those about a dozen or so. Those are the different kind of magics that I like to use in my practice. So what's your favorite kind of magic? I would like to know. So give me your favorite magic in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video or learned something from it, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, guys. Oh my gosh. I also just established a Facebook page for Heart of the Witch's Path, so you can, you'll find a link in the description box to go there and like it, please. And check me out on Instagram. And Kathy also has an Instagram, and that's Slays Vamps. So if you want to check her out there, she does quite a bit of tarot things and stuff like that over there. What else do I want to tell you? I think that's it for now. So thanks for walking the path for a little while with me. Until next time, blessed be.